What is going on, YouTube? What is going on, Kansas City? And what is going on, everybody? And welcome to the Beat of KC. Ladies and gentlemen, I am super excited to really talk to you about this week's matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tennessee Titans. You know, the Kansas City Chiefs are coming off I guess you could say, turnaround win against the Washington football team, and the Tennessee Titans absolutely showed out against the Buffalo Bills and really I guess you could say, showed that they are contenders still in this season. This is going to be a tremendous, fantastic Week 7 matchup. We're going to talk about really the significance of this injury report that was put out on what we're seeing on Thursday, heading into Friday, and some of the things that we can expect. Both teams could be without some significant players. It's just going to be the highlight of this entire conversation is going to be the fact that Derrick Henry is just not human. He is literally a superhuman. I saw a tweet the other day. It's almost as if he's a guy that we created as kids when you were creating a player on Madden. I mean, you gave him the biggest biceps, the fastest ability, the juke moves, the trucking ability. I mean, all that. And this is in real life. I mean, Derrick Henry is an absolute monster. So we're going to be talking about Derrick Henry as well. But before we dive into all this, guys, the support has been tremendous. I can't thank you guys enough, really, from not only all the writing that I've been doing on the SIA network to really putting out these videos for you guys. So please smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. It really does mean a lot. So let's dive into this. Again, we're going to be talking a little bit about kind of what we're going to hopefully anticipate and see what happen. The Kansas City Chiefs, I'm going to start out. We can't turn the football over. We've turned the football over way too many times. It has been just at an astronomical rate, and it's just incredible to see the Kansas City Chiefs leading really the NFL in turnovers. And some of them are just nonsense type of turnovers. Others happen. It's the way the game plays. I mean, these are professional NFL football players, but some have just been absolute ones that could be avoided, I guess you could say. So, man, it's just incredible to see this high-powered Kansas City Chiefs offense going against, the Tennessee Titans and vice versa. The Tennessee Titans are, on paper, tremendously stacked. A.J. Brown, Julio Jones, Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill's been, up and down. But, man, they really do have some good things. And so, I'm looking forward to talking about this. But let's jump into the injury report. And this is, Wednesday heading into Thursday, and then Thursday heading into Friday. So we are seeing that A.J. Brown is dealing with an illness. He did not practice. Randy Bullock, the kicker, obviously it could impact him. It may not, but he was dealing with a shoulder injury. Obviously, a kicker is utilizing his legs, not so much his shoulder. He did not practice. I would assume that, things go well, he will be able to kick. Chris Jackson, cornerback, ankle, did not practice. Julio Jones, we know he went out of the game against the Buffalo Bills on that epic Monday Night Football game due to a hamstring. He did not practice. I would assume that they're hoping that by resting it, probably getting in the medical tent, doing those types of things, really getting on that recovery turnaround, Julio Jones could be in this game. Now, a scary situation, tackle Taylor Lewan went down with a concussion, was carted off the field. Man, he's just an incredible player, but a great personality. Love their podcast. Hope everything is okay with him. I know he tweeted out, said he's good, but man, that was kind of a scary situation. He is out with a concussion, and he did not practice. Jeremy McNichols, the backup to Derrick Henry, running back, dealing with an ankle injury. Chester Rogers, dealing with a groin injury, did not practice. Their fullback, shoulder injury, limited participation. Monty Rice, a linebacker, dealing with a groin injury. And Roger Saffold, a guard, shoulder, limited participation. So it's pretty deep on that end. I mean, it really is. But another, person I really want to talk about too is just the fact that Harold Landry is just a monster too on that defense. I mean, that guy flies off the edge and just eats quarterbacks. I mean, man, he is a special, special player. He's one that I enjoy watching. I love covering linebackers, and he's definitely one that I truly enjoy covering for sure. Now to flip over to the Kansas City Chiefs side, Michael Burton dealing with some injuries. Jody Fortson obviously tore his Achilles and will not be probably playing the rest of this season. They have to make a move for him. So I would imagine that he goes on to the IR and someone will take his place. I do know that, we're seeing Chris Jones come back. He was dealing with a wrist injury. It sounds like he's going to be playing. He is on here as well. Joe Tooney did not practice today. Anthony Hitchens did not practice today. Joe Tooney obviously dealing with that broken hand, but he's been playing in games. Anthony Hitchens, that's kind of a key piece. Hopefully he can play for us. Tyreek Hill dealing with a quad. All those guys did not practice. Chris Jones did participate, but was limited today. Travis Kelce dealing with a neck injury, took a pretty big hit. Still kind of recovering from that. Tyrann Mathieu said some tweets about an issue. Hopefully he's good to go. Jerron Reed dealing with another one. Charvarius Ward is coming back as well. Looks to be that he at least practiced. And Trey Smith, Trey Smith has been a phenomenal guard and was limited as well. So we're seeing a lot of limiteds for the Kansas City Chiefs and some that just did not practice, which is significant, especially with, trying to get clicking with the offense, really trying to at least reassure that this defense is heading in the right direction. We've not seen really kind of a full cohesive team play. We've either been without Frank Clark on the defense and Chris Jones playing, or Chris Jones is out and Frank Clark is playing. It does sound like, and I'm hoping that the rumors are true. I haven't seen an official conversion yet, or even really the coaches say it. I could be wrong, but I'm hearing Chris Jones is being kicked back inside to D tackle. That would be phenomenal. We know Chris Jones is the second best D tackle in the NFL when he plays the position. The guy is an absolute mauler. He is just a tremendous D tackle. They kicked him outside, gave him the opportunity. I think with the play that we've been seeing from Michael Dana, there is a reason why, you would consider putting Chris Jones back at D tackle and let Mike Dana get out there. Let, some of these other guys, Alex Okafor, there was a chance that we were going to go make a move. That didn't happen. But I think you're kind of seeing some pieces come back together, a little bit of reality check, and we're getting guys back in places that they should be. We saw the Thornhill-Sorensen switch. I really think Thornhill played a tremendous game. Sorensen has a role on this team, but it wasn't what he was doing. He's not expected to cover. He is more of your box guy, play down in, and should only be out there in certain situations. We saw that, and the defense performed a lot better. Granted, it was the Washington football team, but still, you want to see small steps in the right direction, and I think we were starting to see that. Flipping it over to the Tennessee Titans, ladies and gentlemen, again, for them to win this football game, I think that they really just need to feed Derrick Henry. The big question is, and I know the guy's a monster. He trains for this. Is that short turnaround from Monday Night Football into Sunday, having a day less to really kind of recoup and get back to full health. I know that he didn't get his full load of carries like he normally was in the 20s to even close to the 30s. I think he only got like maybe 18 in that game. So maybe he kind of took off a little bit and, is full bore ready to go for this Kansas City Chiefs. One of the biggest things I think for me is that this is going to be a game in Tennessee. That crowd is going to be insane. We saw it against the Buffalo Bills, and they are coming off of a massive win. Now, vice versa, too, that took a lot of energy, a lot of strength to continue to win that game the way they did. Maybe they're going to be a little bit fatigued, but those are things that these guys train for, and there's a good chance that they're going to be hyped and ready to roll for this Kansas City Chiefs team that rolls into Tennessee for sure. I'm excited. Like I said, guys, I think this is going to be a tremendous football game. Again, I think if the Kansas City Chiefs can limit the turnovers and, utilize the run game, Darrell Williams, again, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is out. He's on the IR. I think if they can utilize Darrell Williams and really just kind of start to work in, good plays, depending on what defense they throw at us, I think eventually the offense will start to spread it out and we'll see Patrick Mahomes do his thing. I mean, the guy made one of the most incredible passes I've ever seen outside of that game against the Baltimore Ravens to Tyreek Hill, who this also happened to be to Tyreek Hill. The only unfortunate thing was it just didn't count. But, man, it was just an incredible throw across his body on the run. Like, couldn't have been handed off any more cleanly. It was a pass, obviously, but like just that ability to just lay it perfectly in there, and it just didn't count. So, but that's how it goes sometimes. And I just think that, again, this is going to be one of those tremendous football games. I think this is a game that could come down to the very end kind of a possession game. Who punts more? Who has more turnovers? If the Chiefs can find a way to force Tannehill to make mistakes and, not only turn over the football, but force them into 3-and-outs and things like that, I think the Chiefs have a good chance of winning this football game. If they get down and they find a way to continue to have the turnover bug affect them, and hopefully, fingers crossed, no more injuries happen. That's the opposite end. But I do believe the Kansas City Chiefs will win this football game. If they do, it's going to continue to start creating that high note that we're used to as Kansas City Chiefs fans. But I could easily see the Tennessee Titans winning this game as well. This is the first time I'm going to say that. I think this Kansas City Chiefs team needs to continue to build camaraderie. They need to continue to build upon their chemistry and keep taking that into the season. This is a long, long season. They added an extra game, so those are things you have to take into consideration. This is also a team that's gone to back-to-back Super Bowls and has played way more games than a lot of other NFL teams. And a lot of NFL teams that are playing the Kansas City Chiefs treat it as if it's their Super Bowl. Like, they understand that these are some of the top dogs. So I completely get, getting everyone's best game for sure. It's a noon game. I'm excited for that. I think, another game that's going to compete with this is going to be the Cincinnati Bengals against the Baltimore Ravens. I think that's going to be a tremendous game as well. But, I think this could be a very primetime game for a lot of people. But yeah, that's what I think. I'm not going to predict a score just because I think every time I do, it's either way off or, it's just the way it goes sometimes. But I appreciate you guys checking out this video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Is Derrick Henry going to run all over us, put up 250, 3 touchdowns, and just eat? Or are we going to find a way to kind of hold him similar to how we did in the playoffs? It'll just be interesting. So I appreciate you guys checking out the video as always. Again, thank you so much for the support. It means an absolute ton. It truly, truly does. And as always, I appreciate you checking out the Beat of KC and have a good day.